So you're probably familiar with the Adam and Eve story, right? What if I told you there's a whole different story about it, and this one is a lot scarier than an apple in a tree? There's a book written by a very well-known engineer. By engineer, right? The CIA took this book and they held it for over 50 years. Now, why would the CIA take a book from just some engineer and hide it for over 50 years? They released it, and it's pretty terrifying. Dr. Chan Thomas wrote a book, and it was about the Adam and Eve story, and it basically goes to tell you that the world had a cataclysmic event 6,500 years ago, and then before that 12,500 years ago. Here recently, a sphere landed in Buga, Colombia. It didn't really land, it crash landed.
That the metallic sphere found in Buga, Colombia, it's finally been decoded. And
this sphere had some writing on it. It turns out to be ancient script. This ancient script literally tells you that there was a cataclysmic event that happened 12,560 years ago. Holy crap, this is starting to tie in with this book. After CIA did release this book to the public, out of 248 pages, they literally released only 54. If you're here, I'm gonna pin that website so you can check for yourself. The website, you'll be like, holy crap. What? Anyway, so it goes to tell you that poles shifted on this planet, right? But not only did they shift, we already know that's happening. I mean, there's current day events. Look at all the modern day weather. Like, think about all the global floods that we're experiencing now, from China to Australia, all over the United States. There's floods in New York, literally up to people's windows in their car. That's anything but normal. This book says that the pole shift doesn't happen in a matter of months, years, decades, hundreds of years. It happens in a day. So the poles become the equator. The equator becomes the poles. Essentially what happens is the land masses stop turning. As the shift happens, the world flips on a 90-degree angle. Holy crap. So the earth spins at about 1,000 miles per hour. Now think about driving a car. Come into a complete accidental stop at 1,000 miles an hour. You catch my drift? Now imagine that on a global scale. Let's say you're in downtown New York and the earth is traveling at 1,000 miles an hour, but you don't know that because you can't feel it. Gravity, right? Suddenly stops. So not only does this back up with all kinds of data from all kinds of world religions, all kinds of civilizations. You have the Mayans, who literally call it the Hurricane, which is where the name hurricane comes from. You have the Sumerians. Everybody knows about the Sumerians, one of the oldest civilizations. They call it the Gilgamesh flood. And you have Christianity. They call it the Noah's Ark, right? The Great Flood. If it was one or two civilizations, even 10, it's just stories, right? But 40? That's a different story. However, I'm doing a big, deep video about this. Me and my wife are investigating this. It's fascinating, it's scary, but if it was all made up, why would the CIA hold it for over 50 years and only release 54 pages out of 248 pages? Makes you think a little bit, right? But one of the scary things is, not only did this occur, you know, Atlantis, a lot of older civilizations that were supposed to be here, in between America and Europe, that's the South Pole now. What the fuck? Could this be why we live in a world where nobody can get along? Every time you turn around, someone's waging war. But a planet that doesn't get along has signed a peace treaty on Antarctica. Oh shit! Oh shit! Let that sink in. My name is Armin. If you're new to the channel, welcome to The Imperfect. I love this type of stuff, that's why I do it. But this video is gonna blow your mind.